most cases when I do a review, I test a product within the first 3 weeks of owning it, but today I'm doing a review on 3 of the Demon Slayer Collab mice after owning them for 5 months now. Going through the specs, the X2H comes in at 55 grams and the X2Hmini comes in at 53. The coating, scroll wheel, and click implementation are all as good as the first day that I got these. And if you've noticed, if you look at the left hand corner up here, whenever I've done reviews over the last couple weeks, this has been a mainstay on my desk throughout 2024. The optical switches on all 3 of these still feel great. The scroll wheels on all of them still feel notchy, and the skates, whenever we talk about the stock skates compared to stock skates from Logitech or Razer, personally I think the stock skates from Pulsar continue to offer a consistent and controlled glide where I don't feel the need to change these. I definitely could to something else, but it's not a necessity when you're using anything from Pulsar. Now, one of the main comments that I've heard over the last year or two is the inconsistency in quality from Pulsar, but personally, I've had a total of 6 mice from them. I've had the 2 original X2 collabs with my original video with the Boardsy X2 and the Random Frank P X2. I have the Tanjiro X2, and I have the 3 here, and none of them have had any major build quality issues at all. If we talk about build quality on any of the 3 here, there's a tiny bit of flex if I try and pull the mouse buttons. There's a tiny bit of movement if I try and force, I'm not using a whole lot of force, but if I try and move the mouse buttons up and down, I get a little bit of wobble, and that's it. Those are the only 2 things that I can point to, and they're very minor because you're not going to see them, feel them, or replicate them in any game that you play. So the build quality on all of these is incredibly solid. It offers a better coating across the board that hasn't diminished. Yes, I'm looking at you, Final Mouse, and continues to offer good internals, good click implementation, and a 3395 sensor, which has been standard for 2024 up until a few weeks ago. The 3950 HS to the side, this mouse will continue to be on my desk throughout my future videos because of the extra stability and control I get from the hump on the X2H compared to the original or the regular X2. I might not have a 3950 HS in this mouse. I might not have 8K on this mouse, but it continues to be one of my favorite shapes and one of my favorite mice to play on. Now, specifically when we're getting into these 2, I just wanted to talk about the shape really quick. Personally, for me, if I'm playing anything that I want to play slower, as an example, maybe Apex, I want a little bit more control, I want a little bit more stability as I'm tracking in a game, I'm going to use this mouse because it's going to offer more of that. I'm going to get more control and stability from this mouse because of the size, and again, the hump on this. Now the Mini, I swear to you, the very first time that I used the X2Hmini, I can't even remember what mouse pad it was on. It had to be like a Saturn Pro or something like super basic. But to me, this felt super controlled. This felt like I went to Speedy Gonzales and like a Looney Tunes game. I don't know. I mean, it's not the skates. It's not even that much lighter than the X2H, but this just feels so much faster in terms of the way that I play and the way that I grip a mouse. This, again, there's maybe just a couple grams difference between the 2. It's not a huge difference. We're not talking 20, 30, 40, even 10 grams between the 2 of these. So these 2 together, whenever I'm playing, I get a lot slower, more controlled performance on the regular size, and I have a significantly faster glide on the X2Hmini for whatever reason. I think it's probably partially just because of the weight and the size, and again, just the way that I grip the mouse. I have a much faster glide on this compared to the regular size, and again, it's not a huge difference in terms of weight. So really the only thing that I could think of is really just the shape, just in the way that I grip the mouse, just providing a much more faster glide. So the X2H, didn't think I would ever do something like this. I usually always do this, but didn't think I would ever do something like that. But anyways, the X2H, is it something that you can still use? Absolutely yes. 5 months later, has there been any effect in the build quality? No. So would I recommend this still? Yes. Do you need 4K, 8K, a 3950 HS? No. You could still use this and perform incredibly well. You can always get the newest and greatest, but shape will always and continue to be the main thing that you should look at. So as always, if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the comment section down below. And if there's anything you want me to review coming up, feel free to throw that in the comment section down below as well. I have a couple of things to review in the next few weeks, but with that, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.